Alrighty guys, Gurk back with another video. I want to talk about the recent controversy going on with Wuthering Waves. Esteemed creator MrPokke himself came out with a video going over his biggest issue with the game, that being the bottleneck that everyone is going to be experiencing. Now, MrPokke has run into this bottleneck way sooner than most people. He has been spamming refreshes and therefore is higher level than everyone else. I too have spent some of my, most of my refreshes on the tacit fields to gain experience because I am super close to finally getting Verena. Keeping in mind, I'm crazy unlucky. I only have pulled Ling Yang, and that was off of the guaranteed beginner banner. I got Calcharo from the free ticket, and I'm finally going to get Verena from this. But I have saved, 82 of those pulls, 6 of these pulls, and I still have more currency. So I haven't really been summoning. But long story short, MrPokke's video explains that the biggest bottleneck in the whole game is going to be your Resonator Echo experience, whatever they call it in this game. It is very, very hard to get enough XP to level up these to 25, straight up. His video basically explains that all of your purples, blues, and greens mean nothing. You get a ton of them, and they literally mean nothing. You can't use them for experience. So all of these you see here, I can't fuse into stuff. I don't get experience off these. Like in other games. Big reason why is because then you would be able to infinitely farm your echoes, and you would never have to worry about having a gate in gear. They gate this progression system in the same way that you would in Star Rail, where you have to use your wave plates in order to farm tacit fields. And then the tacit fields give you the experience needed to level up the echoes. The difference in this game is you can farm the echoes in the open world. So here's where I'm having a little bit of a disconnect with MrPokke's argument. Yes, it takes a stupid amount of these, whatever you call them, sealed tubes to level up these things. But I can farm way more of them, which is why it feels like I have way less. In Star Rail, I can only do 5 runs of a domain a day. So I get 10 chances for a good artifact, give or take, or relic. In this game, I get infinite chances. I can farm everything infinitely. However, I can't level them infinitely. Just like in the other game, I can't level them infinitely. In the other game, I can level what it feels like more often because I can always just feed them in for XP. But in this game, you can only feed them in for XP once you've used the sealed tubes to level them. You can't do it at any other point. On top of that, you have to use tuners to actually get the stats. So you're basically leveling up the main stat and then unlocking the ability for this stat. Now, when I started off this video and before I had really fully thought about it, I was thinking about how this is kind of ridiculous. It takes way too long to level up this stuff. The game's a week out, it's been out for a week, but it still feels way too grindy. That being said, low-key it feels the same. I don't know. It's just like Genshin, but instead of being gated on... In Genshin, you're gated on both the grind and the leveling of the relic. In this game, you are gated on only the leveling part. So it seems like, actually it's not that bad. I really can't complain. He might be a little bit off. Now, I will say it is a bottleneck. He's not wrong. But these games have to have bottlenecks, or I would have nothing left to do. I am at uni level 34, right? I have my 2 characters that I've invested in. I haven't really invested in anyone else. I'm leaving her low because I'm getting Verena. She eventually will get up to 60. I hate him, but I had to use him before I got Calcharo. I also had to use for a little bit, and I never even touched her. These characters I haven't touched at all. So, leveling your characters is fairly easy. Leveling your weapons is fairly easy. Getting these to 444 and getting your middle one is fairly easy. That's all cool. It's just your bottleneck is going to have to be somewhere, and in this game, it's your gear. And I think that's honestly fine. I think people are blowing it a little bit out of proportion. I will say the XP grind, I think, is actually dramatically worse than everything else. I know I have more open world quests to do, but I actually have no quests left in my content. I have to go find them. There's a lot of open world to explore, but it doesn't give much experience. And I've done basically everything that I can do outside of, 100%ing each region, which as soon as I do, I'm going to be pretty bored because that's all there is left to do. So I don't really want to just rush into doing that. I like organically finding the hidden stuff while exploring. That being said, I haven't even found this yet. I need to do that. That being said, like, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. It's very good, and I just need more patches, because with doing everything in the game, there is no way my union level's hitting 60. You're 100% gated on your daily experience from doing the the activity stuff. This gives you enough experience in order to actually level up each day, but none of the other stuff is going to get you there at this point. You are going to hit a huge bottleneck hitting level 40, and I believe it's at level 40 that you unlock the next ascension tier. So as soon as I hit level 35 and I get my Varina up and running, and then on next patch, or halfway through this patch, when I pull my Yimlin and hopefully maybe get Danjin, I will have all the units I need to build, and I will easily, I think, be able to get those units all to where I have my Kalchara right now. Outside of the echoes, this part will take forever, but getting like the weapon and all that leveled up, I think will be super easy. Like, I'll get that done, but then all I'll have left to do is farm tacit fields, which is exactly what I'm doing in the end game for Star Rail. I'm just farming relics right now. It's all I have to do. So the cool thing is I'm doing this grind earlier than I would in the other games, and this character has literally twice as much farther to go, all the way up to getting to level 90. So I got 3 more ascensions essentially to go through on this guy that I can't do till level 40. Excuse me. That being said, the grind from 40 to 60, I think will make people quit the game. I haven't heard anyone talk about that yet, but no one's even close to 40. Really, I mean, some people might be a little bit close, but 40 to 60 is going to be absurd. And I also very much feel like a lot of the end game challenges, once you're at level 60, will be so stupid easy. Like, I have a hard time believing these echo fights and the end game content is actually going to be hard once we hit max level. Right now, we're all ridiculously under-leveled, and it's a lot like Genshin, where it's super hard. And I get that this game has more complex mechanics and things, and the combat's a lot more fun, and there's all that good stuff, but I think eventually it will be super easy. First thing I noticed once my Kalcharo got, like, he doesn't have good stats, but now that he's 25'd out on everything and as strong as he can be at this current point in time, I'll just show you. He can take this stuff out solo so easily. Like, before, this would take, like, such a long time. It was actually absurd. Like,
A change of perception.
I know I'm not really proving my point. Sando is the sub DPS, so she makes him do a lot more damage, right? Why's this guy taking so long to die? Alright, so, like, I'm just gonna literally blow through this wave. Those guys got one shot. These guys basically one shot. Now these guys are gonna all get one shot. Call in the sub DPS, you know, shatter some icicles. And final fight, you know, get this all out of the way. Like, he is so good right now, and he's not even close to max level. Now, I understand the world is going to get harder as we level up, so, like, don't get me wrong, I know that's happening. However, although the world is going to get harder as we level up, I'm also going to get harder as we level up. That's just how this goes. So I am a little bit worried about the end game. You know, it's part of the reason why I'm going free to play on this game, because I don't know how long it's going to captivate everyone's attention. That being said, going to free to play on this game also means the company's not getting money that they're expecting. It is a gacha game, and we do need to be giving the game money if we want it to survive and if we want to keep getting content. So there is that, but I think everyone's just kind of dunking on Pokke right now for blowing through the game. But that being said, like we're all gonna hit this stage, and I'm at this stage now where literally all I can really do is farm my echoes, and that's about it. I could raise a few more characters, I guess, but that would just make it take longer for me to farm the echoes, which I think is kind of a big issue. So, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're even close to this stage in the game. Obviously I've played the game a lot more than a lot of people, but I've also played a lot less than some other people. I know people that are way past me. So let me know what you guys think. Would love to hear it down below in the comments, and I will be looking forward to reading those and responding. Hope you guys have a great day. Look forward to another video from me.